Welcome to night 2.
Night 2.
That intro is going to have to eventually be updated with a few new title changes.
It is.
Because we had 3 of them yesterday out of 4.
Yep. Pat McAfee's just come out for night 2.
It's good on him. The Rock is claiming he's in Hawaii.
He's got to be.
He claims online he loves driving his truck over Hawaii. So he's trying to claim he's not here, but he has to be here. And I just thought of the possibility with the collaboration with AAA and that interaction the other day with El Grande Americano. Imagine him showing up to an AAA match. Triple A El Grande.
Yeah.
To reclaim all of Lucha Libre.
Who do we think Randy's match is going to be?
That's a hard one because you could have so many possibilities of it. You have the obvious links with Solo. Even if we don't like Solo, the obvious links are there in recent weeks. With Solo, you have Ludwig Kaiser, who's desperate for a match. You obviously have the Nick Aldis thing because he did call out your man's wife, who's trying to go to him. You have potentially, I don't know if they want to do this, but you do have Rusev, who's waiting. It hasn't been announced as a start date yet.
Yeah.
Unlike we know Aleister Black, we know Rey Fenix is when he started. We don't know Rusev yet.
Yeah.
So there's always that potential.
Yeah.
Another one, Sheamus doesn't have a match either.
Yeah.
And is around there. There's a lot of options that don't have matches in this Mania.
That's a real question. Where is Travis Scott? Where is Travis Scott?
He's around there, and I tell you, Randy hasn't accepted my offer. He's too scared. As I mentioned yesterday, I did tweet out saying if he wanted to fly me over.
Maybe Randy could take on Travis Scott.
Perhaps. He wants to get into wrestling.
You see, Joe Weller's been training for wrestling.
Yeah, he's fighting in Uganda yesterday, he was. He did Mud Mania yesterday.
Did he win?
I have no idea. I just know he did Mud Mania yesterday. I believe he won.
Oh. I love that scene. Big E is smashing up the scene. Showing his support for the new World Heavyweight Champion now in that blue suit.
Are you watching the countdown show, is it yet?
Yeah.
I still think he should have shown up yesterday. Big E in that New Day match.
Yeah.
Does Cody Rhodes retain Johnno? Last minute choice here. Do we see number 17 today, or does Cody retain Johnno?
I think we do see Cena win. I think Steph's going to get involved as part of Team Corporate. I'm convinced of it. I'm convinced he's Team Corporate.
You're more convinced out of the scenes that ended yesterday's night?
Yeah. In so many hints. What he's wore, same entrance as The Rock a while back.
And this time he went back to his old heel Messiah type of look, with the white.
Yeah. Yeah.
To which even Karrion Kross called it out with his thing like Messiah, where art thou?
Yeah. The Rock phone. And then Seth last night. I reckon it's all planned.
Yeah.
We've had the shockingest heel turn. Even a lot of people expected it with John Cena turning heel. And we've had the biggest shock of a betrayal last night.
Yeah, because I thought he wasn't going to betray until near SummerSlam. I knew Paul Heyman eventually was going to turn on Roman. Just not this early.
Yeah.
That's the shock to me.
And I didn't think he'd betray Punk.
Yeah, you were convinced he was joining Punk.
Yeah.
And I honestly don't know. I know he said he has about 3 years left of the company, but I don't know what you do with Roman now as a character. Let me tell you, with that, he's far off going back after the title that Cody currently has.
Yeah.
I think he's closer than ever to Jay's title at this point.
Yeah.
Than he's ever been.
I've said that he should go for the heavyweight title instead.
No, but he's always talking about I need to get back when I'm quarterback one.
Yeah. Yeah.
But after today, I don't think. After yesterday, I don't think.
Because if they want to
make
that title as big as the Undisputed, you put it on Roman.
Yeah.
Because love or hate him, he makes the title.
Well, that's what he said. Like with yesterday with the triple threat, he very much. You can't deny him when he goes the only. Where he goes Punk. The reason you're in the main event is because of me.
Yeah. Yeah.
And I've said that before. The only way Punk really gets a main event on these WrestleManias is a match like he had, that triple threat with Seth, and the names in that is too big to not be a main event, even if there's no story behind it.
What if, with the heel turn yesterday, so Paul Heyman hasn't got the power to just make it the main event. What if he had a conversation with The Rock and says, "Can we make this the main event?" And Rock said, "Yes, but
could do.
This is happening."
Or maybe the whole "this is happening" part was the "oh, now you owe me a favor. You don't have to give it. I don't expect it." Remember, said the other day, like, "I don't expect anything from you,
Yeah.
Paul. It's your choice if you want to give me the favor or not."
Yeah.
Maybe the favor was calling and asking.
Yeah.
The event is about to start. Oh, there's an Netflix logo. Fiend,
Sweet.
fiend, fiend.
Huh.
Tonight's arrivals are brought to you by Chicken. Oh,
Hello,
it's the
dog.
dog. Hey, look, that's not Cody Rhodes, it's Clark Kent. Hey, look, Carlito. Look, they're bros. They're not going to betray each other, John, and they're best buds. You see that,
Dog
John?
just looks.
They shared a fist bump. They're brothers.
I love Penta. I love the character of Penta.
With a 129% chance of winning, Braun Breaker.
Cowboy look.
Dogs are barking in Vegas.
I'd love if it builds up to summer war games and the puppet master for the bad team for corporate is The Rock, and then you have Triple H as the puppet master for Cody's team.
That would be the one way to get Triple H involved in his rival.
Yeah. Head of creative versus CEO.
Yeah, it would add to the fact because we know they're long term rivals, but we know Triple H can never get back into the ring. For
Yeah.
him to still be a part of the story, you could do
Yeah.
politicking.
Yeah. Wrestlemania. Who's opening the show?
They just said that we're starting with that woman, the Eradicator, Rhea Ripley.
Uh, wonder if anyone's going to come out before they like Triple H.
Possibly, but this is what they're starting with, like this triple.
Yeah. Oh yeah, I knew they were opening.
Mm.
I saw that earlier.
And Lyra's co-main evading, which makes me almost certain that Becky Lynch is the mystery tag partner.
Yeah.
Because otherwise, it makes no sense to have it as a co-main event.
You
The
think they're
random
going to
tag
make
match.
Lyra 2 bounce?
Could.
They love 2 bounce at the moment. They've done it 2 times on NXT.
Is his time now? We'll find out. Jono is sporting his John Cena London merch.
I'm only thing I'm not sure on if he wins is he's saying that he wants to retire the belt.
Mm.
They're not going to allow that to happen.
I think it's just story-wise. I think if he wins it, he's going to try to not be around as much, but they're going to have reasons for him to show back up.
Yeah.
True anger. Oh, Stephanie.
Stephanie McMahon.
She's obviously doing the welcome to WrestleMania today. Triple H did yesterday's.
Yeah.
Night 2 of WrestleMania.
Do you want to go through some of our predictions for the matches tonight and hear what we predicted?
We can. We can start off with the beginning of the match, the triple threat. I have Io Sky winning.
So do I. I think they've made it so she's the one that's been forgotten, kind of, and I think I reckon she retains.
And we have Damian Priest versus Drew McIntyre. I have Drew just because I think he needs it more.
I've got Priest because I've always liked Priest, and WWE do not like to pin beat Priest.
I know, but I feel like he's been wanting too much, and Drew needs.
Yeah.
Drew has lost the last several PLEs, you know?
Yeah. And
then we have the fatal 4-way for the IC title. We both gone with the Judgment Day.
EO's out. Oh. Yeah, EO's out first.
We both gone with the Judgment Day.
Yeah, I've gone with Dominic Mysterio.
And I've gone with the other of the Judgment Day because it's too personal to my heart.
Yeah, Dominic to pin Finn, and you've got Finn to pin Dom.
There's no logic in my Finn Balor pick. All logic says that he will lose, but it's too personal to say that.
Yeah.
And if he somehow does win, which I'm not confident in, I will be the only one. I said that in the reaction. Then we have Randy Orton's Open Challenge, which Randy's going to win.
Yeah. It depends who it is.
I still think he's going to win.
Yeah.
He's on the poster of Backlash. He kind of needs a win at WrestleMania to go into it.
Yeah.
You have Logan and AJ Styles. We've both gone with the opposite here.
Yeah, I've gone with Logan. Logan because I think they're going to build on both of them this year. But Logan, I said it's going to win.
You've gone with Logan because you're build up to Money in the Bank. I said AJ Styles.
Yeah. There's my spoiler for later in the year, by the way. Logan's winning Money in the Bank. You're welcome, guys. I know you're going to all love that.
And we have Lyra and her mystery partner versus Liv Morgan and Raquel. I predicted Liv and Raquel because I thought it was Bailey at the time. You know?
Yeah.
Now I'm not so sure.
Yeah, I'm the
question
same.
mark over it.
I'm gonna say live and look out because I don't want them to take away from the women's intercontinental job.
Yeah. And then we have Cody Rhodes versus John Cena.
I have gone John Cena.
I'm going with John Cena because I think it'd be wasted if he does this heel turn and doesn't win.
Yeah, corporate John Cena to get the win. And then with the help of Seth freaking Rollins.
The bad guy of this one, that everyone are surprised that she's the one being booed.
Oh, she's got skipping ropes.
She's got some cosplayers.
What one's through a one?
I will say that special guest referee match was a good match.
It was, yeah.
We saw that in person.
Oh, wow.
Makes sense of why it looked very similar to her.
Yeah.
In a way. But they got the outfit quite well.
Yeah. Stepdaughter.
Makes sense of why she's got the mannerisms down to a T.
Yeah. So that's the daughter of
Montez
Ford, yeah. What's really got for entrance? Last year she had the band, didn't she?
Yeah. She's coming out last, so she must have some kind of entrance.
Yeah.
Apparently, it's sponsored by a juice box.
Huh.
Hey, look, it's Josh Speed.
Huh.
No juice box.
Oh, the big question now. Who's in the prime point with us year?
My out there pick, Mr. Beast. With the Lunchley connection, you know?
He did say that he wanted to get involved.
Yep. They had iShow Speed and KSI before, you know, the Prime connection. I think we go Lunchley connection this year.
My brutality. I eat, sleep. She's got the mask on again. In your dream. Oh, it's a different mask. Wait.
Different mask, but still cool mask.
Yeah.
Got that skeleton hands going over the face.
Yeah.
They did make a statement there beforehand that Io Sky has never won at WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Which I think this could be time to make a win, you know, with that
Yeah.
stat.
Who takes the pin?
You know the whole. I think maybe Rhea,
Yeah.
but there is another stat. You know that whole like streak that people are going on isn't a streak. Isn't
Yeah.
as big of a streak as they said because Bianca has lost her first WrestleMania.
Yeah.
There's no actual like proper like her. She's never lost a WrestleMania. She has
Yeah.
Bianca
Yeah.
Belair. The
Yeah.
only stat is that she's not been pinned in a
Yeah.
WrestleMania.
Yeah.
That's the only streak that Bianca has is that she's never been pinned to lose. You know?
Yeah.
Dread match. She's done a bad job since Samantha left. Still.
Weird that Io left the last WrestleMania with the other women's championship and entered this one with the.
Yeah, she's entered now with two different.
Yeah.
Still getting booed by the crowd, Bianca Belair.
Yeah.
Very much the in-game villain
Yeah.
that the crowds have chosen. Which people are surprised about, but I put it down to Rhea Ripley and Io Sky are too well liked, and you have to boo somebody.
Yeah.
I don't think it's anything to do with Bianca as a person.
Yeah.
I just think it's just when you
Yeah.
have three popular people, one's gonna have to be booed.
Yeah.
I just think you can tell a story afterwards if he retains, with damage control turning on him. Some of the
Yeah.
members, you know,
Yeah.
because we've seen in the past, Asuka is tendency to heel turns out of nowhere.
Yeah.
You could easily do that, or even a Kairi Sane.
When's Oscar back?
Both Kairi Sane and Asuka are very close to coming back. You know, as in they're now training to come back,
Yeah.
and they've been training for a bit now. The reports is they're actually very close to being allowed back on Monday Night Raw,
Yeah.
which I think you tell that story, you know.
Yeah.
Once again, this is what I think costs them.
Yeah.
They're very focused on each other.
Yeah.
Well, I will, you know, I managed to get myself a knockoff Prime. Leo Messi drink.
Messi sued him for that, didn't
They both suit each other.
he?
because they're both very similar. Because as you commit, they're very similar bottle shapes,
Yeah.
bottle design.
Does it taste like Prime?
No, tastes completely different. Not too bad. The Miami Punch flavor. Not as good as the Prime Punch one, but like not too bad.
Yeah.
It was just so good. Kyrie Sane has tweeted out, "Go EO."
Surprised she didn't come out. Surprised what's the name's not there.
I think they're trying to save the damage control reveal. Coming back,
Yeah.
Well, we know from an image yesterday that Kyrie is at WrestleMania.
Yeah. So's
Probably the code is probably there too.
yeah, Dakota. Yeah, I was about to say Dakota's there as well.
I reckon you see them if he wins.
Yeah.
The crowd is booing.
Genius of the Sky. Got it.
Well, they teamed up on EO. I also got the blue flavor. Berry Coppa. It's not bad, Berry Coppa.
I've made a graphic if Cena does win, by the way.
Oh, that's good.
With the who I think is in the team corporate, and then Darth Vader music.
Of course.
Sith music.
Is that because the Empire has risen? Bianca tried to do a KOD there on Real. All women are down currently. That is a Man United top in the front row there.
The final boss better not let us down, because I'm staying up till about 4 o'clock in the morning, and I've got to be at work to clean an oven at 9 a.m.
Why don't you ask him to be on the board of your work, get you a day off? Just hit your boss with, it doesn't matter what you think.
We got any soundboards for today?
We have soundboards all the time, my friend.
Hey, Rock! Go fuck yourself!
You won line of the year with that.
I am the table.
Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna
You just gotta get a great moon celebrated in Bianca beard.
Do you think Naomi and Thing will get involved?
Maybe. That's another reason why I don't see them making Bianca. Because Bianca wins, she has to change brands, which means she's away from Naomi or Jade.
Yeah.
Which I don't think at this moment after the WrestleMania put Naomi away from Bianca.
I do think you eventually get Jade versus Io against
Bianca.
Bianca for the title eventually.
But I just don't think it happens currently with the fact that
That could
if
be
you take
next.
if you take them away from the brands, I don't see they need to be on the same brand.
That could be a match for next WrestleMania. She's out cold. Oh no.
Rhea's trying to do a riptide from the rope. Trying to do the super riptide. Good counter there.
She's gonna fly. Oh.
Got the knees up. Oh. Straight into a KOD.
This could be match of the night even.
I did say it has a chance to to steal the show. Also, the fact, this arguably could have been the main event if it wasn't for the men's triple threat yesterday.
Yeah.
Well, I thought it was co-main event, but now the tag match is doing that, so that's why I think it could only be a Becky return that would do that.
Yeah.
It's the only reason why you would change.
Yeah.
We have the "This is awesome" chance.
Yeah. What? Oh.
Another count. Don't count it. With the whip. Oh. Well, there got pinned. First time she's been pinned.
We predicted it right.
Her first Mania win. I just think there's so much more potential stories to have Bianca stay on SmackDown.
Yeah.
Don't have EO win.
Rhea's going to be pissed on Monday.
That's what I'm saying. You can still have Rhea involved because Rhea didn't get pinned now.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. How do you think Tiffany Stratton versus Rhea would work if she switched brands?
Yeah. This is what we said. They were focused on each other at the end there. It's like we said, they were too focused on pinning each other, Bianca and Rhea. That Rhea left EO injured up there to recover.
Yeah. I think Tiffany versus Rhea could work.
I think it would work better than the Charlotte match did.
Yeah.
Yep. We have a merch ad.
Could it be Dragunov?
For what?
Randy.
It could be.
That was a great match.
Yep. Listen, we'll have to think of this as a thing if it happens.
Yeah.
But so far, at about nights, if the champion came out first, they retained.
Yeah.
Both Tiffany and Io came out first
Mm.
in their matches. All the other champions that lost came out second.
Yeah.
Came out last, you know. So we'll have to keep an eye on that to see if that's actually a pattern.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's Rich the Kid. I know that guy. I don't, but
Street fight next. Do you want to tell people what a Sin City street fight means?
well, they're in Sin City and they're having a street fight. You're the only one that predicted the cash in on this one. You know, you predicted the cash in there.
Yeah, I was convinced he was going to screw him. And he's going to get cashed in. I also predicted his name as well. El Champion.
We were. Well, they said, and then Clash of the Castle. We were at that Clash of the Castle.
Yeah, I predicted
That's
his
You predicted him
Damien's.
getting screwed there too at Clash.
Yeah. He probably doesn't like me very much.
No, your synopsis with him getting screwed. You're in the street fight next to him afterwards. And you tweeted at him with the Celtic belt. Okay, now I have to play this.
There are 3 guarantees in this life: death, taxes,
I still feel bad for that guy's car.
Hmm.
I feel like he could have kept the eye patch on. I'm taking it off in this WrestleMania here. Rather than taking it off last Friday.
Yeah. We're 100% screwed. This match also makes sense to the people who don't watch WWE every week. If you just watch WrestleMania, it makes sense after last year.
Mm.
I'm still only one thing I'm still disappointed with Clash is that we didn't get Breaking Dreams.
Oh yeah. Which annoyed me because they played it a little bit. The
Yeah.
instrumental in the video package beforehand.
Yeah.
Like they played the start of the song in the.
Yeah.
They just didn't want the crowd breaking France's record at that time.
Yeah. Yeah.
And did you know this match is sponsored by Doom?
Love the outfit, Drew.
He's gone Doom inspired.
So basically, Bloodline rules. Anything goes.
Yeah. No, but that's what all of these no DQ matches are.
Yeah.
A street fight is just a no rules match where any weapon counts.
Imagine if The Rock comes out in the main event and says, Bloodline rules.
My boys.
Cody's due another Bloodline rules match. He loves them.
But after his like 2 before.
I'll send you an EO Sky graphic. Will Damien have anything in his entrance? He definitely does not know this amount of
No,
game.
no.
He's definitely got a script.
Now, Pat McAfee, read that without the script. Say it again.
We got fire. Some sort of band. I'm guessing it's who's it.
Who does the? I will say the start sounded terrible.
Let's that. Let's go with fire. Definitely a fire set to this gimmick to this year's WrestleMania.
Co-lead guitarist and song from Slayer, Damian Priest's team. I will say he's starting to get warm up. Sounded terrible.
Yeah.
You know. It's better now, but he started terrible with that guitar.
We'll walk out through the fire now. Rise for the outlaw. Oh, rise for the outlaw. All rise for the rock star. All rise, Boom.
It was interesting. He does the guitar riff, but like Priest does the lyrics for the song.
Yeah. Yeah.
But I will say he's gotten better now at playing the guitar, but the beginning was terrible.
Yeah.
Thing is, with this being a street fight, Drew can technically start his match at any point. You know?
What was that?
Drew can technically start this match at any point. He doesn't even need to listen to this song if he didn't want to.
Yeah.
Given a street fight, there's no rules. You can start whenever.
Yeah.
Be on site.
I'm glad they drafted him to they're
SmackDown.
both to SmackDown.
Well, yeah. Well, Priest needed to get away from Finn Balor because it wasn't helping Priest or Finn.
Yeah.
You know, it might have helped either or if Finn won one of the matches.
Yeah.
But the fact that they made Priest win all 4 times made that the feud was just annoying people rather than actually.
Yeah.
They just booked the Judgment Day breakup like terribly.
Yeah.
And yesterday when like Charlotte copied the Stephanie Vaquer's like signature move.
Yeah.
They WWE added Stephanie Becker. Stephanie Becker came back and said, I think there's a big difference between hers and mine with the ass emoji. They say Charlotte has no ass. You bet there.
My God, Monday through Friday, every single week, all you do is cry. I think when I walked out here, I think I heard somebody. There are 3 guarantees in this life.
Death,
Taxes.
taxes, Drew McIntyre crying like a bitch. We want tables. They switched positions of the normal announce table than the Spanish one.
Yeah.
To me, that's just weird.
It's pretty cool that we're watching the same match as what we watched. But
Well, a repeat of the Clash in Scotland.
yeah.
But in that one, Priest was still a bad guy.
Yeah.
Drew was technically the good guy because the crowd was.
Yeah.
It's before he split up with the Judgment Day, so he's still technically a bad guy.
Yeah, it was when he was trying to tell the Judgment Day not to get involved.
Yeah. He agreed with if Drew beat Finn, there would be no involvement.
Oh no.
I'll tweet again.
Oh no. He's tweeting again. What's it? He's losing. Bored at work again.
Send it to you. I sent you the tweet. Send it to your DMs, the tweet.
Still bored at work. A lot of people think Drew McIntyre could be Team Corporate as well.
He did recently have a merch collab with The Rock.
Yeah.
I think mainly most people's connection.
The Rock has also said how much he admires him before as well, hasn't he? I think a few years ago, Rock got asked who the future was, and he said Drew McIntyre.
Yeah. And he also was very much there when Drew agreed his new contract terms, when his contract was running up. He goes that he had a hand in getting Drew to stay.
Yeah. I wonder who Aleister Black's first story is going to be against.
Who knows?
Both of these would work.
Yeah. Pretty good start. I'm still confused with like the build up with Drew this year. Because it started the start of the year with him going after the bloodline.
Yeah.
Where he took out Sammy, he took out Jimmy.
Yeah.
And then on the debut of Netflix, they played the safe card and then made Jay win, and then they dropped the story entirely.
Yeah.
The moment Jay won, which I thought was weird.
I think Jay's definitely getting a title match against Drew.
Well, possibly. But I just think like they shouldn't have stopped that feud like out of nowhere. Because people thought it was going to end with like the Roman.
Yeah.
And then this came out of nowhere when it went to the Rumble. This happened at the Rumble, and then people like thought this moved.
South of Heaven with a chair over his neck. That's quite impressive. I do like
Like when the rumors came out that this was the angle after Rumble, people weren't happy.
Yeah.
And then it made it more obvious after Chamber that this was their plan.
Yeah. Same with Logan AJ. People weren't happy about that originally as well.
I was one of the few people that actually said that that's what they're going to do because everyone thought they were still going to do the Braun Breaker thing, and I said, but before that was even rumored, I was like, they didn't have that interaction between Logan and AJ for nothing.
Yeah.
The only reason why people weren't convinced that it was going to be Logan AJ, apart from me at that time, was because everyone still thought he was going to face John Cena before John Cena turned heel, you know? Everyone was like, oh, it's going to be Logan Paul for John Cena. I'm like, no, you can't have that as John Cena's last match in Mania. I was like, it's a match you should do at some point, but not his last one. His last Mania match, you know?
I don't know how you get it, but I do think you get, if Cena wins, you get a match against Solo to revenge himself against Solo after Solo beat him at WrestleMania a few years ago. I don't know how you get there because Solo's nowhere near a title fight again at the moment.
Yeah.
He's been buried since the Roman match.
Well, Big E said it the other day. He said he reckons that they were trying to build with Solo all year.
Yeah.
But then clearly when they added Jacob is so undeniable that they pivoted to Jacob.
Yeah.
Like he was saying, he thinks very much that the match at WrestleMania was Solo's until Jacob showed up.
Yeah.
That Jacob is just too good.
Yeah.
There's his edge through the table.
Through the table. 2.
McIntyre kicks out.
Do you see the Hell in a Cell match got joint match of the year with the Cody Roman match?
Listen, the Hell in a Cell match was a great match. I voted for the Cody one just because of the moments. Just for the last 5 minutes of that Cody moment match. But like the Drew Punk was a close second.
Yeah, it was feud of the year, and it deserved it.
Breeze kicks out here. Good match so far.
I think Seth versus Punk would have been up there if it was on a PLE and not just the first as good as that first Monday Night Raw was, I think if it was on like a big PLE. Can't hear you, you're muted.
Into a punch match.
Yeah.
Damien on the ropes. Oh. Double table. June punches him into the table.
We recognise that chant from Scotland.
Yeah, they have no connection with Drew. I'm surprised they're thinking it.
McIntyre wins.
I'm 2 for 2 tonight, not you, John.
What's going on here?
What, he wants the ref to raise that?
Oh.
He's like, you can check on them later.
Is this the start of the dominance of Team Corporate tonight?
Could be. Could be. Could be.
Yeah, he's winning. Yeah, he's winning.
They've not announced what the premium live event is. PLE in Australia coming at some point. I still say there's no point in that roast of WrestleMania.
So,
It's just weird. The roast of WrestleMania, I think that's just dumb. Is Penta getting on a blimp?
the glasses don't go with the mask.
Well, he's trying to see on a blimp. We got the fatal four-way now.
Well, Penta got here on a blimp. We know that already. He was pulled by his dogs. Do you though?
Well, he used to.
Pin Bella.
That was a stupid idea by Domda. No, as much as they might need a new member, Jono, Penta was a dumb idea.
Yeah.
That was stupid from Dom. Even Carlito goes to Dom when he's like, "You should do it." He goes like, "You should." He's like, "Do you even watch the show, Dom?" I like that moment when he was like, "Do you even watch the show?"
Do you think anyone else is going to come in the Judgment Day when Finn Balor's not part of Judgment Day tonight?
We don't know if the Judgment Day is breaking up tonight, Go.
Who replaces Finn in the Judgment Day? Originally, I thought it was going to be Aleister Black, but he's gone to SmackDown.
And that's coming out first.
Ooh. Only way I can see Penta. I love Penta. The only way I can see Penta winning this is if they want a luchador to win this WrestleMania after the announcement yesterday.
And if Dom and Finn cost each other, you know, it's weird to me that both Phoenix and Penta both got Mania matches.
Yeah.
He's wearing a similar jacket to Phoenix.
Yeah.
None of us fire though.
Got a green mask on today.
We're mentioning everything you want in AAA.
Yeah. Check Gable.
El Grande Americano. We got to see Finn pin this man.
Sorry?
We got to see pin this man. In that tag match that came out of nowhere.
Yeah.
Where Finn tried to make him Pinta. And Dominic Mysterio next. No, he's wearing a mask. Mask got a little stuck there for a second. Did you see the mask got a little stuck there?
Yeah. Not as good as his. Not as good as entering in a police car.
You had a better mask on that police car too.
I saw someone say, Paul Heyman's turned heel, how being heel. Dominic Mysterio would be so proud. Yeah, I saw someone post yesterday, Paul Heyman's turned heel, how being heel. Dominic Mysterio would be so proud.
Ah, yes. Paul Heyman, the new member of Judgment Day.
Imagine Dominic Mysterio as a Paul Heyman guy.
I couldn't handle it. No, Finn's old team.
He's also got a mask on.
No, he's wearing a paper bag like he did the last 2 Manias.
Yeah. And yellow gloves.
My boy. Michael Cole. That was not a mask. It was a bag. No, let's call it as it is, Jono. It was a bag. By the way, I will say,
You said I will say, and you didn't say anything.
Braun's coming out last.
Oh yeah.
Of the tyranny of the people that come out, if you're gonna retain, you come out first.
Yeah.
Is the long-running theory, Joe.
Yeah.
Io and Tiffy both came out first and retained.
Yeah. Yeah, what is all this about?
You know the cards that they sell? They're putting little patches in them too to make them worth more. Like, you got Finn's patch that he wore at his WrestleMania match. So it's a 1 of 1. You got the part of his WrestleMania gear. Now the dogs are barking.
Dogs are barking.
Wearing all white. With a bit of blue, white and blue. Come for kind of like an homage to his NXT look with the blue and pink.
Dogs. See. He needs to come out with some like really vicious dogs.
It might be a health risk.
Get the dogs involved in a Bloodline Rules match. Is that too far? The dogs to bite people in the Bloodline Rules match.
See, me and Wade are on the same wavelength here, John.
Alright.
Me and Wade are on the same wavelength. We're both going Dom. We're both going Finn the pin Dom here, you know? As much as Wade loves Dom, he's going for Finn. You know? This is the one type of match that you could make Ron lose. Because he doesn't have to get pinned.
Yeah.
Now we got to count the spears because he said he was going to only do 2 spears this weekend. You know?
Yeah.
He went straight for the spear.
I think there will be for a lot.
Did they try and start a Dirty Dom chant? The crowd.
Dom Millen 3, he needs a win at WrestleMania. It's coming tonight, mate.
Did you hear the crowd try to start a Dominic Mysterio chant there?
Yeah.
Ron Breaker's insane. I don't know where he came from, Jonah. Spear one of his 2. Jonah. He said
Sorry?
2. He said 2.
That
was spear 1. Yeah.
Yeah.
He said Maxie would do 3. He said he reckons 2.
Can you line all 3 of them up and spear all 3 of them at once?
The crowd are chanting Dirty, Dirty Dom.
Dom, dirty, dirty Dom, dirty, dirty Dom. Ooh. Just a beast, isn't he?
What? This is so good.
Just think, after the draft, in the main roster, we could have Jacob Fatu, Braun Breaker, and Obafemi. We need that triple threat. I need that triple threat in my life. Do you need that triple threat in your life?
I think we're right triple threat. Hey, Carlito's here.
Who's Khalida helping? Did you see what happened in the with the apple and Kalito and what's his name?
Hmm.
It was in the battle royale, wasn't it?
Yeah. By the way, now that Carlito's here, the odds on Carlito getting speared again.
Yeah.
No, I'm asking you. Your prediction. The odds on Carlito eating another spear.
Definitely. What happens if Kalito does what he did to what Finn did to Damien and puts his leg on the rope so he wins?
Maybe.
$619.
Listen, we knew someone was going to turn at some point.
Hmm.
I'm not supposed to be out of here. Shut up.
On the Spanish internet, Spanish desk.
A spear from one internet to another.
That's the Spanish table gone.
Well, that's the regular table today.
Oh, they switched him. The
Yeah.
Spanish table was on the left now.
Yeah. He was on the Spanish table. He
Yeah.
jumped from the Spanish table into the.
Yeah. Switched them around. They were the other way around this time. That's fine.
That's what I mentioned at the start, Jenna.
Yeah. Dirty, Dirty Dom. Yeah, the crowd want Dirty Dom to win, don't they?
Dom's behind. Set him up for the.
1-9.
Yeah, I knew Dom was gonna win that for revenge. He's gonna pin Finn. But although I don't think what you said is gonna happen, John.
What?
I think this is the end of Finn. I don't think Finn. You kept saying like, oh, Finn's gonna win it. Then later on, I don't think Finn wins this at all.
Yeah,
This was the last chance to
yeah.
do anything with Finn.
Come on. Watch Judgment Day come behind him and stand with. Wonder what Ray thinks.
Ray's probably great.
Oh. All three matches have been great so far.
I will say though, Finn was trying to hug Dom there, and Dom ran past him.
Mm.
You know.
Yeah. I need a Judgment Day logo. Judgment Day. WWE logo. It is. I'm surprised thingy didn't come out.
We'll leave a match. You might get a backstage segment with them. Because all the male members of Judgment Day were there.
Yeah, I thought Liv would have come out.
Well, she has a match to prepare for.
Yeah.
Mystery opponent time.
Yeah. Obviously, yeah, there was talk of it could be like 2. Imagine if ISO Speed is the is the opponent. That'd be funny. We want Nick Aldis. We want Nick Aldis. Dangerous. There's not containment. Okay. Oh. Come on, who's getting arcade? There are voices in my head, they talk to me, they understand, they talk to me. I'm broken, that's not it. And I'm next to hate. I have a voice in my head. Voices crying. I'm heroes dying. Got that trying.
I hear voices in my head.
Is in
They
my
talk
head.
to me.
They
They understand.
They talk to me.
They talk
They're
to
singing
me.
it, but still nowhere near as good as Europe. Talk to me. Talk to me. Talk to me. They understand. They talk to me. They talk to me. They talk to me. Talk to me. You wouldn't think he's getting on a bit looking at him, would you?
No.
He's a beast.
Super soldier.
If you compare him to like The Rock last year, who still looked good, but you could see he was not what he was, if you know what I mean, in some of the moves. Okay.
Who's gonna answer the call?
Name and he appears. I believe in
Joe Hendry.
I believe in Joe Hendry. I thought he was injured. Scotland, Santa, Mexico, say I believe in Joe. Did they
I believe in Joe
did they
Hendry.
call an injury on TNA so he could appear on her?
Probably.
Say his name and he appears.
I believe in Joe.
Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry. Cause you love him in
London, Paris, and Tokyo, America, Scotland,
Canada, and Mexico. They say
I believe in Joe Hendry. I believe in Joe Hendry.
But by the way, what multiverse do we exist in, John?
Sorry?
What multiverse? What timeline are we in? I don't recognize this timeline. The fact you have a TNA guy on WrestleMania.
Yeah.
Well, in fairness, he said anybody.
Yeah.
So if anybody wants to lace their boots. Gotta do the turn. There's gonna be people that don't like Joe Hendry that are gonna be disappointed with this. We believe. We believe.
Imagine if Joe Hendry just won that
Yeah.
quickly.
That would annoy a lot of people. By the way,
Yeah.
this is a big vote of confidence in the partnership between TNA
Yeah.
and WWE.
Definitely.
And could this be the precursor to them eventually buying TNA?
Yeah.
No, it's a partnership right now, but
When does their TV deal? What's their deal with the TV deal with TNA?
TNA don't have a TV deal. They're on their own streaming.
TNA on Netflix? Calling it.
They could have. No, they don't have a TV deal. They have their own subscription thing, like the WWE Network had.
Yeah. Yeah.
They have a TNA version of that. Honestly, if them getting a TV deal could be big for them.
Yeah. It would officially be bigger than AEW.
Considering they had a partnership with AEW that went to nothing.
Yeah. I think if Randy wins, he should get a title shot on TNA.
I mean, that's what Pat McAfee said. If he wins as TNA champion. Oh, he's been RKO'd. He got too carried away.
Did you think we'll be singing We Believe in Joe Henry tonight?
But Joe was celebrating too much.
Joe Hendry is Team Corporate. Can you imagine? Joe Hendry's the third man. Do not turn your back to him.
But this is huge for the partnership.
Yeah.
Well, we knew that was coming.
Yeah. I saw someone's eating in the front. I believe in Randy Orton.
He's going to try to do the turn. He did Joe Hendry's turn.
Yeah. As they run to me, they understand, they talk to me. Discord's going mad.
Yeah. You see, it wasn't Nick Aldis, but at least it wasn't Solo.
I'm not happy with Joe Hendry. Apparently Dominic Mysterio is more over than Santa Claus. WWE UK, your gift reactions, hashtag Wrestlemania, and a picture of Hendry.
And there's the answer to your Money in the Bank, June.
What was that?
They announced Money in the Bank in June.
Yeah.
June 7th. That week.
Alright, so my other prediction is going to come true.
Although I will say, Joe Hendry is supposed to defend in a triple threat tomorrow.
Yeah.
By the way.
Yeah. I heard he was injured, but...
Well, that's what they predicted, and he has a match tomorrow.
Yeah.
They obviously
the
lied
ma-
about the injury for this reveal.
Where's the match?
Probably around here.
Yeah. I'm talking about the Money in the Bank. That's my predicted Money in the Bank winner up next.
In Mr. Paul.
Logan wasn't happy again that Drew McIntyre won social media person of the year over him. Wait, one coming out first. He's humble. He's holding the camera. Humble. Still humble.
I'm gonna say very underwhelming Logan Paul entrance.
I like the
Compared to
drone
previous years.
with all the different angles. That's cool.
Yeah, but compared to his last two Mania
Yeah.
entrants,
Yeah.
it's not that great compared to his last two. Last year he came in the Prime car, the Prime
Yeah.
truck.
Yeah.
And before that he ziplined. There's also no Prime bottle, which is very disappointing.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
I just think overall it's just underwhelming.
He's humble. Phenomenal.
Mr. Phenomenal.
Won't know. Logan just did the splits.
Yeah, he's a self-proclaimed WWE Hall of Famer. It's one of his top things he's done in the business.
Yep.
Was inducted 2 days ago at the ceremony.
He's also the best in the world. He's
Yeah.
I think this would be a good match, depending how long they get.
I'll be back in a second.
I think.
Going for his viral moment. Barely got to the rope in time, by the way.
Yeah.
The ref had to kind of stop counting for a second.
I love his character. I'd love to see a Dominic Mysterio Logan tag team one day.
He has to drop the IC title first before that happens.
Yeah, not now, but eventually I think that would be awesome for a tag team.
He has mentioned it before. He said he wants to do it. Logan,
Yeah.
the most hated tag team.
He's got the metal plate in his hand, hasn't
It's knockout punch. That's what he calls it.
he? Yeah.
He also has his new finisher. Instead of frog splash, it's the pulverizer. The
Yeah.
pulverizer.
Are we going to get any interference here? When he eventually wins the world title, the internet's going to break, isn't it? The fans will not be able to cope.
My favorite moment from earlier, speaking about Dominic Mysterio, is when he had the interview with Logan on his podcast saying, "Have you ever been to Japan?"
Yeah.
like with deadpan, like serious
Yeah.
face. Have you ever been to Japan?
Yeah.
Pretty good. Not reading the room. And then ask, oh, are you even allowed to go?
Good counter.
I did hear one person suggest a few days ago, which I
Yeah.
thought was an interesting idea, with Dom having the title. What if he starts getting so much of an ego that Liv starts turning against him?
Yeah.
You know, like he
There's
starts thinking like he's above, like even Liv.
there's
With
still
that belt.
something there with Liv because Liv was he kissed he tried to
That's
hug.
what I'm saying, but you can tell the story like he's like
Yeah.
there's a whole like
Because Liv says that she forgave him for trying to hug
yeah.
Rhea at
She
SummerSlam.
got him this match. I think like with him with the title now, you saw him celebrating there. Maybe he starts being a bit more cocky over the weeks and starts thinking I don't need you guys.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah. I wonder what Rhea's going to think.
He's actually the third person to win. He's the third intercontinental champion after a father winning it, you know? He's the first son,
Yeah.
third son intercontinental champion
Yeah.
after their father. Now you can take that whether you think his father is Eddie Guerrero or Rey Mysterio, it still works.
Yeah. There's a photo of Guerrero and it looks so similar with the Intercontinental Championship. Have you seen that?
Yeah,
He's wearing
But
the same shirt and
both,
everything.
both Ray and Eddie have won the IC titles, so it works either way.
Yeah. Prime's actually fallen off a little bit. Keep seeing Prime being reduced. It's not selling anywhere near as it used to. It's died off a little bit. So,
Logan's record at Mania is 2-1 because he won that triple threat last year.
yeah.
He lost the year before to Seth, and then won the tag match he had with the Mysterios.
Yeah.
Ray and Dom the first year he had Mania.
Yeah.
So he's 2-1 in Mania matches.
Oh.
setting up for his phenomenal forehand is what he's trying to do. No, goes for a jump instead.
Yeah.
He's doing Styles Clash.
Doing the Styles.
AJ Styles doing his own Styles Clash.
Oh,
No, they're cheating. Brass knuckles.
not seen the brass knuckles for a while. Who's this guy?
One of his people.
What?
Oh, it's Cross.
Knockout.
The knockout punch.
Punch.
The pulverizer.
1, 2, 3.
Because he wouldn't use the brass knuckles.
Yeah.
Distracted by Cross.
We're definitely getting Cross. AJ. Yeah, I definitely think we're getting a AJ Styles backlash match potentially against.
Technically, Logan won clean without cheating.
Yeah.
Now, they tried to set up a cheat, but he's 3-1 at Mania. That's what the 3 wins was.
Yeah.
Or that Logan said. I will say, though, The Miz chop, he technically got that right. You couldn't do what I'm do with that.
Yeah.
You know?
Yeah.
You know, the Fortnite advert. The Undertaker is in Fortnite. Well, what I will say, a very underwhelming Logan Paul match. The match itself was good,
Yeah.
but Logan Pride's and viral moments like the Prime bottle, it just wasn't a proper Logan Paul match.
Yeah.
And Mania, you know. Tonight, if anyone wants to know, we are both 3 for 5 on predictions. We both got the Randy prediction of Randy winning. I got the Drew match correct and the thing, but like we're pretty much neck and neck this today.
Nice.
Kyrie Sane was celebrate.
For the last two matches, we've both predicted the same thing anyway, so we will tie regardless.
Yeep.
Watch me. If we're going with the coming out
once
first.
again, Braun Breaker came out last, lost his IC title.
Yeah.
They've come out first.
Yeah. Who do you think actually attacked? Who do you think attacked?
I'm going to be honest. I think Becky.
Yeah.
Well,
Why
we
does
have
why does she not get her own song? They just come out to Liv's.
yeah. She's just Liv's bodyguard at this
Yeah.
point.
Yeah.
She doesn't really have a character. Ooh. Whoa.
Woo.
Whoa.
Bird lady.
Whoa. 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 Ooh, the white and gold.
I like the outfit.
But your theory with the gold teeth, gold feathers. Your gold teeth theory yesterday, gold feathers. I don't know if it counts the same with gold teeth, gold feathers, you know?
Yeah.
Ooh.
Lyra is a prodigy. Did you hear that line?
Yep.
Or am I just thinking too much into this?
I know.
Yeah.
Because you have the story of like
Yeah.
Liv claims that she retired Becky
Yeah.
as well. This was just the obvious choice.
Yeah.
The only one that made sense connected to Lyra because they're both Irish. They
Yeah.
both come from Dublin. Liv very much said many times that I retired Becky. You know?
Yeah.
Also one of the horsewomen. You know,
Yeah.
Bailey, horsewoman. And plus she claimed she wasn't coming back to wrestling 2 days ago. I was like,
Yeah.
that's clearly a fake. And there was rumors that after the Rumble, that Becky was ready to come back anyway, and they
Yeah.
just changed the plan.
Yeah.
You know, that's what I'm saying. The story was for like ages that Becky Lynch has been ready to come back for like
Yeah.
weeks, and they changed it. Commentator asking Liv if she's scared.
Bet this makes you happy as two Dubliners.
I always thought like Becky and Lyra were gonna do something together at some point.
Yeah.
Personally, I think Becky should have returned before this, and not had Bailey
Yeah.
involved in this at all.
Yeah. Okay.
I feel like people would accept this more if Becky was here for a few weeks.
Yeah.
She had on her jacket that said "back in business," a different B word instead
Yeah.
of "best in business."
Yeah. I kind of want them to win. Make it the double champ. I love Lyra.
I mean, them just being a tag team is a win-win for me, you know?
Yeah.
Because I've been saying Becky's coming back like for ages, and people like
Yeah.
reading too much into her words off camera,
Yeah. Yeah.
especially at an improv comedy show. What happens in a world where Dom's the only member of Judgment Day with a belt?
Yeah.
Also, I will say, as a caveat to Lyra here,
Yeah.
the current number one contenders for the women's tag titles
Yeah.
is Gigi Dolan and Tatum Paxley, Lyra's old friend,
Yeah.
by the way.
Yeah.
Could be a story there between Tatum Paxley and
Yeah.
Lyra potentially for the NXT. Clearly, we're setting up for the hot tag on Becky at some point.
Yeah.
I will say one thing though.
Yeah.
I will say this: I feel bad for Bailey to lose her spot just because
Yeah.
Becky did deserve to be on. Becky deserves to be on Mania because she's Becky, but so did Bailey.
Yeah.
There's a bunch of feathers in the ring.
Yeah.
But yeah, they are clearly setting up for the big hot tag.
So feathers from a hat thing.
Yeah. Well, from her hair. It's all in her hair, the
Yeah,
feathers.
yeah, it's falling off. I can see it.
That's what I said, there's feathers all out. There's the
Yeah.
tag. Becky for revenge.
Yep.
She lost the women's world champion too. The last time they were in the ring together, she lost the world championship to that woman. The last time Dominic Mysterio cost Becky.
By accident.
Clearly, as it was revealed a month later, it wasn't an accident. Which was Becky's in that cage match, which was Becky's last match on her contract. So this is her first match on her new contract.
Yeah. Where's Paul Heyman? Imagine Paul Heyman gets involved in this match.
Be funny. But like this is the first match for Becky.
Brilliant. 1, 2.
Almost a tiny bit late there from Lyra.
One, 2, 3.
Lyra 2 belts.
Yeah. It's the third time they've done that in a month.
Huh? Well, I did tell you the whole Tatum Paxley is the number one contender for these tag titles. You know? Becky was 2 belts before.
Yeah.
I did say they see Lyra as the next Becky Lynch.
Yeah.
I did say last year when she got called up, that's what they see her as with the Queen of the Ring tournament. Now Dominic Mysterio is the only Judgment Day member with a belt.
Yeah.
Dom didn't help. By the way.
Yeah.
The mentee and the mentor. This is all leading up to eventually Becky turning on Lyra at some point down the line.
For the IC title, yeah. 100%.
Probably near SummerSlam is when Becky's going to. That's what I assume is gonna happen. I think that's the SummerSlam match is Lyra versus Becky for the IC women's. I don't think this is just them to get like friendly and then closer to SummerSlam or Money in the Bank time. She's going to pull the trigger.
Yeah. Main event time in a minute.
Yep.
Where is The Rock? That is the question.
That is the question.
And where is Seth fucking Rollins? Back in business, merch out already.
Makes sense. We also have Joe Hendry merch on the WWE store. Say his name and he appears shirts are on the store.
I do think they need to change the women's tag team belt. It's awful. It's the worst looking belt. It needs to change. You see who got tag team of the year?
No.
It was Bianca and
Not Jade.
Yeah. They sent individual videos saying thank you.
It was stupid. They should have really put Fraxium on that from NXT because they were actually the tag team of the year.
Yeah.
Oh, it's Stone Cold Steve Austin.
What are you here for?
Maybe to announce the attendance. Makes me think he's not getting involved in the match because the fact, like, you've now spoiled it being here.
He's got a quad bike.
Yeah, but I don't think he's going to be a part of the match with the fact that like
Yeah.
now spoiled. If he was going to do it, they'd keep it secret of the glass breaking in. You know,
Yeah.
I don't think you spoil it.
Oh, he crashed.
Mm,
He crashed.
yeah. I think he accidentally hurt that girl.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, something
So,
doesn't add up, Jono. Yesterday they said it was sold out at 61,461. No, that was apparently maximum yesterday, Jono, in the same stadium.
yeah.
How the hell is there 2,000 extra people when they were at capacity yesterday, according to them?
And that's still 2,000 less than the actual capacity
Yes,
of the stadium.
the mad ain't mathing. All I'm saying though, Jono,
Yeah.
you can't say it's sold out both nights and the number get bigger on night two.
Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
that is clearly not sold out night one. You lied. You know.
Yeah. Green man. Green shirt man's back.
Yep.
I always see that guy dressed up as well in the crowd. Him. I always see him dressed up in the crowd as well.
Yeah, I don't think he gets involved in the match now.
Yeah.
He might still, but I just don't think so. I don't think you ruin that surprise. You know.
Yeah.
But I'm pretty sure Stone Cold injured that fan when they crashed into the thing.
Yeah.
She's getting a free ticket to the next event, I'm telling you.
Yeah.
She did not look happy when Stone Cold crashed into her.
Hmm.
John Cena's on Pat McAfee's show tomorrow
Yeah, I know.
with Paul Heyman.
Yeah, I saw that earlier when I was watching the
Corporate.
ceremony. Yeah,
Team
nice.
Corporate.
Yeah.
We're at main event time.
Yeah.
It's interesting to see how long this match will take because we have like an hour left of the last. If we go by yesterday's, which went to 4.
Yeah.
It's now 3. So either the show night 2 ends earlier, or this is a long match.
Last year it did, didn't it? It ended a little bit earlier because of the press conference.
Yeah. Depends on the story. Last year the ending went pretty quick because it was pretty much like person comes out, next person comes in.
Yeah.
Hey, look, it's the Make-A-Wish kids. He's now Break-A-Wish. You know?
Imagine if that kid who was in the crowd gets involved.
I want your soul.
A long time ago. Rock, go fuck yourself.
Hey, Rock, go fuck yourself. What?
Sometimes a man has gotta do what a man has gotta do.
Look at you now.
Cody's about to be murdered by Team Corporate.
Yep. As a wise man that's joined Team Corporate, in our opinion, once said, do, 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 do. You don't mean that, John. I will say he talked to. By the way, I will say though, Johnno,
Yeah.
the one crowd he didn't flag off was the crowd I was in for you. It's the one crowd he didn't. He didn't say he hated us. Yeah.
He wants us to get Mania.
Yeah. Well, he never said he hated us. He said every other crowd will hate you.
Yeah.
He focused on Cody when we were there. You know. Well, that's what we were.
Yeah.
Once again, John, if you winning wouldn't ruin wrestling for me. I don't know what you're.
Not out. John Cena sucks.
The crowd is cheering him. Well, he's gone all black with the trauma. It's very interesting. It's very dark with the black. Once again, Johnno. It didn't work with Liv and Raquel the last time, but he is coming. Cody is coming out second.
Yeah. Last time is now.
Out of the possible 4 titles this year, we have 2 title changes this night out of the possible 4.
Yeah.
Well, we have once again. Last night we had 3 title changes, and out of 4, will we have it today as well?
Yeah.
So far, we've had 2 title changes. Have you seen, like, he's taken out all the color from his entrance?
Where is the final boss? That is the question.
In Hawaii, if you believe his Instagram. I don't believe his Instagram, but if you do.
If he is, it makes no sense, the storyline at all. Well, I know he had something wrong with his plane. I think he had a plane issue.
That was like 3 when we were in London.
Yeah.
Surely they fixed it by then, you know?
Yeah.
Is this John Cena's last Mania match? After. Wade does not like John Cena for historic reasons. He's one of the mediocre people he buried, according to the man. Ooh. Ooh. Bikers. Cody's getting the dirt bikes. He's going to rise up like he does many times, I reckon. Yes, I knew it. I knew he was going to rise up. He likes rising up.
Oh, he's got a gold mask on this time. I like it. Royal family.
Oh, it opens up like an Iron Man mask. You can see that?
Yeah, that's cool.
He's made himself an Iron Man mask.
Adrenaline in my soul. Every part to grow. Do it on and off the feet. And see it about to glow. And no need to start the show. I'm not the one. Wow. What was it?
Better man. Better man.
And all the pain in your way to
My
take
king.
my freedom. And special guest referee, the final boss. Imagine.
It would be something Rock would do.
Do that show.
Whoa. When I was younger, then a man. Why have we ruined Cody's intro by going to a cone?
Mama Rose is there.
Mama Rose. Mama Rose. The Rock is going to take the Rock's belt, Mama Rose. And with the Rock's belt, Mama Rose, the Rock is going to go over to your son, Mama Rose. And with the Rock's belt, Mama Rose, he's going to raise the Rock's belt, Mama Rose. With your son right in front of me, Mama Rose. The Rock's going to take the Rock's belt, Mama Rose. And he's going to whack your son, Mama Rose. With the Rock's belt, Mama Rose. That's what he says, isn't it?
No.
I know your mom.
And it is under bloodline rules.
I know your mom.
Even the graphic is dark.
She said, "No, you don't get John Cena."
You get one. Puts on a mask. For the deal. You get one Cena.
The American Nightmare, Cody Rhodes.
There are moments in life when a man has got to do. Who the hell told you tonight was open mic night, bitch?
Let's go, Cena. Let's go, Cena. Cena sucks. You know the Let's Go Cena sucks chant?
You can't wrestle.
No, they're doing the Let's Go Cena sucks.
Yeah.
Which camp are you in? The Let's Go Cena or the Cena sucks camp?
I want Cena to win it.
So you're in the Let's Go Cena camp.
love Cody, but I think story-wise, I think Cena needs to win.
I do think Cody wins it back at some point.
Yeah.
Big match, John. Want a name?
What is he doing?
A lot of stare downs at this point.
It's the important one, the Crown Jewel Championship. That's what everyone wants that.
Well, I don't think we're getting the crown jewel champion this year because we're not getting King of the Queen of the Ring or anything.
Yeah.
We could still get the crown jewel winner versus winner, but that's just a dumb match. It's still a dumb match.
Yeah.
We're not having the path to SummerSlam anyway.
Some of these moves are clearly not hitting.
Mm.
That's
Does Ric Flair show up? He was tweeting that Cody's winning it. John Cena's beating Cody over my dead butt. All Ric Flair. I'll jump over the ropes if I have to. One of they banned him from coming in, Ric Flair. I find it funny. What I will say, with the Joe Hendry reveal,
Yeah.
there were some people that thought it was going to be Rusev that showed up. Honestly, other thing, the way I mentioned before, the possibility. Some people thought that. Some people thought that, but what you got was his lawyer.
Yeah.
Joe Hendry used to be Rusev's lawyer on TV before becoming a wrestler himself. So you had the return of Rusev's lawyer for his WrestleMania debut.
It's a nice debut. He was in the Rumble.
No, his WrestleMania debut is what I said.
WrestleMania debut, sorry, yeah.
His technical debut was NXT.
Yeah.
He debuted on NXT for a Rumble there first.
Yeah.
I will say Joe Hendry did tweet like 10 days ago, if enough people say my name, there's a chance that I will appear. And then tweeted after his match saying, I told you. I'm sorry, Pat, but I agree with Wade. If John Cena doesn't win here, I don't think there's any point in this. Well, like, what happens? I don't think he wins it if he doesn't win here. I just think this is the one.
If he doesn't win here, I think he wins a heavyweight instead.
But that's what I'm saying. I don't think he wins Cody's title at all.
Yeah, I think his 17th would be the heavyweight title instead. If he doesn't win her.
Let's go Cena sucks chance.
Yeah.
The Man United top person standing up again. He's a bit too close to a Liverpool top man, so I could see an impromptu WrestleMania match starting there. If I was him, I'd RKO the Liverpool person when they were leaving,
Yeah.
They just stand up, like me and you just RKO them. No, I know this has nothing to do with wrestling, but I want to point out that you know Saint Etienne in
Yeah.
France, they're big
Yes.
rivals of Leon. They put up a banner saying "Merci Maguire."
Yeah, there was a person in the front row with a United shirt on. Oh
I'll say
yeah, he's
this:
holding a United shirt.
this crowd is very pro Cena.
Yeah.
John tried to do the "You Can't See Me." Super Cody activated. I will say this crowd doesn't like Cody.
Mm.
It's the first time I've seen a crowd not like Cody. Is Las Vegas.
Yeah. They were booing him on Friday as well.
Yeah. That's what I'm saying. It's a weird.
Imagine R-Truth is in Team Corporate.
The leader of Team Corpus. Cody. Ooh, nice maneuvering there from Cody. Cody gets up. Ooh.
I know he's a CEO, so he can do what he wants, but technically, The Rock can't. It's a normal match. The Rock can't interfere.
I mean, he can if he tells the ref saying, don't.
Yeah. Yeah.
He could just do what he did last year in the tag man thing. Ref, don't DQ or you're
Yeah.
fired. You know?
Yeah.
Way off the rope.
1, 2.
In fairness, John did say on Friday, you can't beat Cody by himself. As as you remember, John, on Friday he did say he knows he can't win
Yeah.
against Cody in a normal match. You know?
Yeah.
So that's why I think there is going to be shenanigans at some point. Cody got it. The AA again. It's a third AA. The STFU. I don't think he loses by being tapped out.
No.
Nope, the ref's been knocked out.
Yeah.
This is where you get the
Cross
shenanigans.
throat. Yeah. 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Undisputed.
John Cena undone the turnbuckle.
Yeah.
Right into the turnbuckle. Another
1, 2.
Super Cody. Nope, Travis Scott. Copy John Cena. I don't know where this is going with Travis Scott, but Travis Scott does here. Fiend.
This corporate.
I don't know what the John Cena was planning there, because the ref could easily call a DQ at that.
Yeah. Crossroads. Crossroads. One,
1, 2.
two.
No Rock.
And that's on the 17th, John Cena.
17. Heel John Cena. History maker. Bit of a weird ending with Travis Scott, but you know. I expected Travis to be involved in some bit, but it was just. I also expected The Rock. Oh, they have the 1-7 up top there.
Yeah.
Listen, I love John Cena running, but there was no point in The Rock connected to the story
Yeah, I don't understand.
without The Rock. I was hoping we get more people than Travis Scott.
Huh. I don't
Well,
understand why
that's
The
night
Rock's not.
too.
I genuinely didn't understand why The Rock wasn't there. I'm so confused. What was the point?
Well, John Cena's 117, but there was no team corporate kind of thing. They just decided to just use Travis Scott, which I think is odd.
Yeah. We'll just see what happens Monday.
I do think they kind of ruined the ending. It's like
Yeah.
I think it was a good match until like it was just Travis Scott.
Yeah. Anyway, I'm heading off to bed.
I will say the ending of night one more entertaining than the ending of night two.
Yeah.
Night two better
point.
overall, but the
Yeah.
endings are reversed.
100%.
But yes, I hope you guys enjoyed our watch along for night two. You'll see in his number 17. We'll see what happens in Raw after Mania.
Yeah, Monday's going
What
to be
happens? We have
interesting.
some new champions. Io has retained. We have Dominic Mysterio, the only member of Judgment Day with a belt. And we have new women's tag champs in Becky and Lyra. Lyra now has 2 belts. And John Cena is now your new undisputed champion with 17 titles. What's next for Cody? We'll find out.
There's got to be something with The Rock still to come after Mania. I don't understand.
Yeah, but with The Rock not being out here, you know what I'm going to do?
You know what I'm gonna do about it? You know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna tweet my displeasure. That's right. I'm gonna jump on social media and I'm gonna tweet about it until my fingers bleed. I might even send an Instagram.
Anyway, I'm off to bed.
We're going to end this with just this.
Regardless whether you like it or you don't like it, you love it, you hate it, one thing for damn sure, you are gonna